What's up, you guys? Here with another Dell OptiPlex video. So in this video I'll be doing a teardown guide. So I'll be basically taking apart everything. Disclaimer, this video will be lengthy. This will be a teardown and reassembly guide. So if you need to skip, feel free to skip through because this will be a very lengthy video. Without further ado, let's get in. First thing you want to do, remove your side panel. You'll notice I'm wearing gloves because since I will be taking out the motherboard, I don't want to have any risk of static discharge. Next is you want to take off your front cover bezel. Put that to the side. Next thing you want to do is remove all your drives. Pull this cage up, unplug the SATA data, and then SATA power. Remove your optical drive in the case you have a full-size one. Set that to the side. In the case you have a slim type optical drive, remove the itty bitty SATA power cable, and then remove the SATA data cable, and then pull it out. Now, to remove your 2.5-inch drives, and plug your SATA power cable, data, and then your SATA power cable. Yeah, I have my solid state drive. Now that you have your hard drive cage like that, what you're going to want to do is start removing SATA cables from the SATA cables removed. Next thing you want to do is remove your SATA power cables with this little header down here. Alright, now that you have that done, next thing you want to do is remove your expansion cards. So here I got the video card. Just put that on something soft. To remove my wireless network card, I'll unscrew the antennas. Since we've all graduated 2nd grade, we all know lefty loosey, righty tighty. Screw the antennas to the left. Put that off to the side. Alright, now that we have this, next thing you're going to want to do, unplug your speaker. That off to the side. Next thing you want to do is remove your power cable. Your power button header. Just have that sit down there. Now next is you're going to actually want to start removing your power supply cables. Now, after this, what you're going to want to do is unscrew your power supply. So, this should be standard. Get your standard Phillips head. See those screws removed? Next thing is you're going to press the secure clip. Press that. Slide the power supply out. And here, you have your power supply unit. Set that off to the side in a safe spot. Here, I had to move a couple things to put this part down. Alright, now that we have that, next thing you're going to do, unplug your fan. This motherboard fan. Next, unplug this hood sensor. And just slide it out. Put that to the side. And for your motherboard fan, you're going to want to move all these little rubber things. This is basically what they look like. Use your imagination to guess what they look like, what they resemble. That's what she said. Remove the next little rubber tabs. And then now take out your case fan. This is a pretty ugly looking fan. Just my opinion. Alright, now we are pretty much almost done. The next thing I'm going to do is unplug your CPU fan header. This may take some extra force. There. After that, remove your your memory sticks. Put them in a safe place as well. Alright, now you're ready to remove your CPU fan heatsink. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, it was glued on pretty nicely. See how my thermal application job was far better than the one previously done. Next is get your credit card. Here I got this thing. Scratch off that thermal compound. Put that to the side. Alright, next thing, put down your CPU retention lever. Take out your processor. Be very careful with the microprocessor. Clean off your thermal compound. Alright, good. Now, since I personally don't feel very comfortable with my microprocessor being outside of the socket, I'll put it back in. Alright, now your microprocessor is back in. Next things you want to do, open this hard drive cage out. Alright, all the way out. Then get your Phillips head screwdriver and start unscrewing all these screws. So we got one. Now you can grasp your motherboard. You gotta push a little for it to come out. It's a fighter, to say the least. It likes to stick to the I/O.
Here's something I found on the web.
Alexa, off. Man, that thing needs to be muted. You don't want Jeff Bezos spying on you. There it is. So here, it's the motherboard. Extremely impressive. So, now that you have that, it's your machine. And the next thing, now I'm going to get straight into reassembly. Put the motherboard back down at an angle. Make sure everything aligns. There. It's in. Alright, now get ready to put your screws back in. Before you begin, just put them back in their spots before you start screwing things in. So she said. Next thing you want to do, get out your thermal compound. Get ready to apply it. My apologies. No larger than a grain of rice. Alright. Now that that's done, get your heatsink. Alright, nice. Put your fan header back in. Alright, good. Now, next thing you want to put your ugly looking case fan back in. It's not going to be very easy. These little push pins take some time to understand. In fact, you can just continue for the next thing. I'm truly apologize for this unprofessionalness. Put your memory back in. Get your power supply unit back. Align it with this little secure clip. Nice. Looks like it's in there. Alright, good. It's in there. Get your 3 screws that you previously had. Your Phillips head screwdriver. Put them back in. Alright, now we're ready to start putting our drives back in. Get your solid state drive or hard disk drive if you're still using one of those as your boot drive. Then plug in your SATA power, SATA data. Sorry, I made a mistake. It would be smarter if you put your drive in first before plugging in your cables. So that's good. Next, get your slim type optical drive if present inside the system. Slide it back into its little place. Plug in. Alright, now you got those in, you can start buckling in the little cable managing clips. And lastly, get your full-size optical drive if present within the system. Pull it up, plug in your SATA power, get your last SATA, I think this is the one, SATA data cable. Lastly, get your power cable. Make sure you plug it in. Because if you do not plug it in properly, your computer won't even turn on. But that, I mean, like, when you power it on, there's going to be, like, no visual output, and then you're going to be, like, terrified. Like, what happened to my computer? And then you'll realize, oh, it's that. Alright, there. Now that you have that in, sorry, I was just experimenting with why that cage was moving so weirdly. Get your expansion cards. Put them back in. In the case you had a wireless network card, screw your antennas back on. Those of you who, for some strange reasons, need this thing, put the hood sensor back on. There. Hood sensor is back in. After that, get your speaker module. Alright, now that you have all your components back in and everything's nice and back in home, you're going to want to do, make sure this can spin, now that you have completely finished tearing down and reassembling this machine, pat yourself on the back, then get your front cover bezel, put it back in, side panel, and now your computer is completely rebuilt. I hope you found this educational. I hope you like this, and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye. Alright, here's the moment of truth. I put the computer back together. You noticed that I finally got this dreaded little case fan back in. Here, plug in your power. So there, right here. So clearly, as you can see, teardown and reassembly is 100% successful. So that is awesome. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and I will see you next time, guys.